part of the secretariat. So, same position din po.
Salamat po. Oops. I was about to say DepEd. Sige, pagbalik na lang ni ASEC. Meron pang iba. Sino pa pong magsasalita from DepEd on the Philippine Autism Care Plan? Yes, Mr. Abesamis.
Hello po.
Hello, sir.
Hello po. Good morning.
Good afternoon
na po. Yes. So from DepEd po, we fully support, of course, the interagency and human-centered approach to providing care for Filipinos with autism. Yung napansin namin in the bills. A coordinated system ensures that children and adults with autism receive the support they need to thrive in school, at home, in the community, and eventually in the workplace. Today po, DepEd records around 57,000 learners diagnosed with autism is data from January 2025. And they comprise the largest share at nearly 30% of all our learners with disabilities. So they're the biggest number po in our records. This underscores the urgency of strengthening inclusive and responsive services. Raising public understanding is essential. DepEd supports education and awareness campaigns that promote acceptance and reduce stigma toward learners and individuals with autism. Within the department, we're currently integrating inclusive education pedagogies and disability-sensitive practices into induction programs. Induction programs like new teachers, new school heads, and we've also finished orientations also with education leaders and LGU leaders. We also mirror that same effort as reflected in the bills as well. Our goal is to equip all educators and leaders with the knowledge and competencies to support learners with autism spectrum disorder in ways that are responsive, sensitive, and compassionate. These proposed Senate measures complement RA 11650, nabanggit po ni Ma'am kanina, Inclusive Education Act, particularly the work of our ILRCs or the Inclusive Learning Resource Centers. ILRCs, for those po na hindi pa po familiar, they provide a range of services including care, rehabilitation, learner development, accessible resources, assistive devices, multidisciplinary support teams, and appropriate assessment tools to ensure that learners with disabilities, including those with autism, receive equitable opportunities to learn and to participate meaningfully in schools. Currently, our ILRCs now are numbered at 32 around the country. There are 2 per region. That's where we are right now. One key provision in the proposed bills po napansin namin is to create plantilla positions for at least 2 therapists per school division office. We acknowledge this need. At present po, even our ILRCs nationwide face challenges in hiring specialists such as therapists, psychologists, and physicians to complete their multidisciplinary teams. This is a current issue that we have, and I think this is connected to the access to screening. If we don't have enough specialists, we don't have enough screening, we don't have enough diagnosis, and that's quite one of the challenges when it comes to reaching the learners that need the most care. We therefore hope to work closely, of course, with higher education institutions, also professional councils, and healthcare training centers to expand the pipeline of therapists and allied professionals. Building this workforce is essential if we are to deliver the level of care and support our learners deserve. Kami po sa DepEd, we remain committed to fostering a truly inclusive education system, one that ensures every learner with autism is recognized, supported, and empowered to reach their full potential. Thank you po.
Thank you, Mr. Abesamis. Kanina nga nabanggit ng ASP yung mga findings at recommendations ng EDCOM2. So I suppose these are also reflected in what DepEd has shared with us today. Okay, salamat, sir. So now let us hear from Early Childhood Care and Development Council. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Maria Teresa.
Okay, Magandang tanghali po, Madam Chair, sa lahat ng kasama natin ngayong araw na ito. May I read to you the position paper of the Early Childhood Care and Development Council. We support the passage of a comprehensive national policy on autism that strengthens early identification and intervention, coordinated care, and family support across the country. The Senate measures propose the establishment of a national autism care plan, centers or coordination bodies to improve service access, professional capacity, research, and local implementation. The ECCD Council affirms these objectives and offers the following policy positions. 1. Prioritize early childhood below 5 years. The law must explicitly mandate developmental monitoring, validated screening, and timely referral at the earliest contact points. Child development centers, barangay health centers, and city municipal ECCD programs, where most children below 5 years old are reached. Harmonize the bill with existing policies. Establish coordination frameworks to ensure coherence across education, health, and social welfare agencies. Any national autism care structure should align with existing ECCD systems and LGU mechanisms. Number 3, strengthen the ECCD workforce. The law must allocate resources for the training of child development centers, workers, barangay health staff, and other frontline ECCD providers in early detection, basic intervention strategies, inclusive education, and referral management. Number 4, promote rights-based and family-centered approaches. The Council supports provisions safeguarding the rights, dignity, and inclusion of children with autism, ensuring culturally and developmentally appropriate practices, and preventing harmful or unproven interventions. Number 5, we support for data, research, and system monitoring. The ECCD Council supports the establishment of national research and data systems with appropriate privacy protections and meaningful participation of families and stakeholders. To conclude, the ECCD Council endorses the intent of the proposed Senate measures and recommends harmonizing them into a unified early childhood sensitive policy. The Council stands ready to collaborate in drafting and implementing rules and in piloting integrated early childhood autism care models with LGUs. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Ms. Maria Teresa. Could we hear now from Ched? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So the Commission fully supports the proposed legislative measure on the Autism Care Plan. Furthermore, CHED stands ready to collaborate with concerned agencies in conducting information campaigns and related activities, as well as implementing the mandatory training of teachers for inclusive education. CHED likewise expresses its support for Section 20 of Senate Bill 1381, which mandates CHED and the Department of Health to jointly establish scholarship programs for students pursuing degrees in occupational therapy, speech pathology, and other related fields, subject to the availability of appropriate funding. And additionally, CHED is currently developing a CHED Memorandum Order on Student Affairs and Services, which recognizes students with disabilities and directs higher education institutions to provide support programs to those enrolled in their HEI. And lastly, we wish to note that CHED has an existing memorandum order that integrates health concepts across disciplines and emphasizes Filipino health status, health profession, societal impacts, bioethics, and personal well-being. That would be all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you din sa CHED. Could we hear now from, andito po ba ang Technical Education and Skills Development Authority? Yes, ma'am. Ms. Carla.
Good afternoon po, Madam Chair, and good afternoon po, fellow resource persons po. NESTA, of course, fully supports po the proposed bills for the Autism Care Plan. Rest assured po that we will work together with the other government agencies and other stakeholders to ensure that Filipinos with autism be given the training opportunities to become employable and become productive members of the society. We shall be submitting our official
position paper po with some recommendations on some select provisions po. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Carla. Importanteng tuloy ang TESDA from the formal education sector, di ba, through TechVoc to the world of work. Lalo na kasi gusto nating i-encourage yung mga workplaces na maging inclusive sa kanilang employment practices. So, salamat po sa input nyo. Civil Service Commission. Yes, yeah. Nandito pa ba sila? Okay, so the CSC resource person for this bill or these bills, hindi pa natin kasama. So susulatan na lang namin yung commission. Dole. Yeah. Dr. Florante.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. The proposed bills, especially Senate Bill number 687, recognizes employment as central to autism inclusion in the local workforce. The LGU's mandate relative to the Public Employment Service Office aligns with the DOLE's coordination role. To further strengthen the proposed bills, DOLE recommends to explicitly mandate DOLE through the Bureau of Local Employment under the PESO to serve as frontline autism employment facilitators, allocate funding for autism responsive employment programs under the Bureau of Local Employment, require the Bureau of Local Employment to develop labor market indicators specific to workers with autism, institutionalize LGU BLE coordination for autism inclusive employment planning. Senate Bill number 687 can be harmonized with BLA's mandate by positioning PESOs and the BLA programs as the frontline mechanism for autism inclusive employment facilitation. The Bureau of Local Employment should be tasked to generate labor market data, adapt special employment programs, and coordinate with LGUs to ensure individuals with autism are not only cared for, but also empowered through meaningful work. That would be all, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Dr. Florante. And siguro isama na namin sa sulat sa DILG, comment din nila dun sa institutionalization ng coordination ng BLE nyo at yung mga LGUs. Lalo na yung mga PESO ay nakalocate sa mga LGUs. Okay, salamat po. Now, let us hear from... okay, yung isang nag-iisa yatang private sector resource person natin dito, Costa Medica Pharmacy.
Okay.
Online sila. Okay. Could you please open your video, sir or ma'am? Hi, ma'am. Ma'am Patricia? Okay, ma'am. Nakamute po yata kayo.
Good afternoon po, Madam.
There you go. Okay po.
Yes po. I'm Patricia Merced po. I'm a registered pharmacist and a mother of a autism person. Ano po siya? Kumbaga, I represent siguro po dito sa Cavite. I'm from Cavite po, Madam Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Bali po sa mga narinig ko po ngayong umagang ito, hanggang ngayon po, natutuwa po ako sa lahat na mga narinig ko dahil po naliwanagan po ako dun sa mga ibang departamento po ng ating gobyerno na talaga pong sinusulong yung inclusion ng mga autistic individuals.
Salamat, Ms. Patricia. Any inputs po from, nire-represent niyo rin po ba yung Costa Medica Pharmacy dito sa hearing na to?
Opo, Madam Chair. Bali po, dito po kasi sa Costa Medica po, we have two pediatric doctors po. So, I'm a registered pharmacist and halos lahat po kasi ng marami po kaming mga cases na mga autism children po na talaga pong hindi po rin napapayag yung mga anak nila dahil sa kakulangan ng budget at problema sa financial
financial status po nila. So, ang gusto ko rin po sana i-represent na sana po by attending this hearing, may bibigay ko po sa kanila, may sasabi ko sa kanila lahat po ng mga napag-usapan, lahat po ng mga laws na narinig ko po ngayong araw na ito. Siguro po, the thing is